then when I moved to London, it really like knocked my confidence. And sometimes I would be so aware of my color. I would be so aware of my ethnicity. And it took me years to work that out of my system and get into the habit of, my work should speak for itself.
Yeah.
Right.
And if someone has a problem with my color, that is
Their problem.
that is their problem.
Well, yes, exactly.
But it takes years to get out of this horrible thing that they really put into your head.
So can you imagine that? And then you put me with a color, and then you put I'm gay into the whole mix now.
And you married a white guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a callaloo.
So I had to really sort of break down a lot of stereotypes. But in the end, we are now one happy family.
Yeah,
They really are. They really genuinely are. And I think it's probably partly because my partner and I have been together for 23 years. And I have done fairly well in the UK also, so everyone sort of recognized. And they don't longer see the color, and even if they do, it's not even talked about anymore. And I hope the younger generations in my family who are darker and are not subject to the same sort of names as I was too.
I really hope it grows out.
I think as well, I keep going back to like back home, but it's very prevalent as in like certain areas.
Oh, definitely.
And certain areas that Gordon's is this, town is this, south is this. But also it's like you were saying about the names. So you look at someone who wouldn't necessarily match their last name, and sometimes
I was gonna say,
remember we had the whole slave trade, so a lot of our last names are of English,
of course,
Scottish. I don't know about Irish, but
But then you had the Indians who changed their names when they arrived in Trinidad.
Exactly.
And you know what? As well, people don't understand is. They look at someone and think, oh, they are Indian, naturally they'll be a Hindu. But no, they're in church. Or, whatever.
Or a Muslim.
Or Muslims, exactly. And I find I really don't see that anywhere else in the world as much.
But there's Singapore. There is Singapore, who actually has a very, very, very diverse sort of ethnic mix, and who somehow they've actually not managed to have, from what I have read, the same sort of stereotype that we actually have. They're integrated quite well compared to what we actually have until currently have in Trinidad.
On the whole, I think we're 80% there. That 10-20 will still always linger, but I think it only lingers if you make something of it.
Exactly.
My child,
but where does that start is a question.
That was my question. Honestly, like he's reading my mind. What can we do?
I believe that it starts with being proud of who you are today. So one of the things I really noticed when I was a teenager, then I came back to the UK after my O levels and A levels, was the people in Trinidad, let's just call them the Indians and the blacks for now, even though I don't agree with it. The Indian wanted to be more Indian than anything else. They really thought they were super Indian. More dressed up in saris. They're saying all the prayers. They don't even understand. I'm sorry, they don't even understand the language that they were speaking, but they were just repeating it. And then the Africans wanted to be more African than the Africans themselves. And then when I came to the UK, here in the UK is quite a multicultural place as well. So I met real Indians, real Africans who are from Indian Africa. And actually, they're really different.
Very different. Very different.
And I went back to Trinidad and I said, first of all, you were saying all the words wrong. All the words was wrong. Because I found an Indian guy and I said to him, what I learned, this is the prayer. And he told me that's not the words. It's not even, it doesn't mean anything.
Wow.
Number one gets lost in sort of generation.
I'm just repeating.
That is true.
And number two, they see us as different.
They do.
And we are actually quite different. So instead of using that difference to pull us apart, why don't we use that difference to hold us together?
Exactly.
Because we have something amazing in the world that is really not seen anywhere else. And we have the most beautiful carnival in the world that is supposed to be an equalizer. This is what it was created for. So it stems from the difference, but the same difference is what can bond us together.
Exactly. Now, my proposal is, or an idea that I would like to put forward, is probably the government of Trinidad and Tobago implementing these types of open forums, where people can candidly talk about it.
Sure.
But also have people that are maybe historians that can actually break down the different types of people that arrived in the country, and also psychologists to understand why do we try to focus on the differences as opposed to the similarities. And so we're not only combating it from a psychological or historical point of view, but we're also just trying to create engagement, if that makes sense, because I think that's at the height of it. It boils down to a lot of ignorance. It boils down to a lot of ignorance and a lot of misinformation, should we say.
Then the government do it as best as they can on a wider spectrum.
Really? I mean,
things like Indian Arrival Day.
But that's celebrating one thing, and it's only that community is celebrating it.
Right. But it's a national holiday.
It is a national holiday.
We want to celebrate the umpteen holidays we have, but are we actually breaking anything down?
Because even with the government, everyone knows Indian vote for UNC.
That's true.
People vote for PNM.
Yes.
I've never heard more nonsense in my life.
And they cuss each other between them.
That's very true. It was a big thing. Yeah. Do you remember this back in the day? It was it Manning versus Pandey?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so basically just
Pandey used to wind the Tassa.
Exactly.
But he's back again.
He's back again.
Why doesn't he just retire?
These are old politicians. So Indian versus black politicians in Trinidad and Tobago. But yes, we could go on and on and on and on about this, but unfortunately we can't. Right. So of course we've been having such a heated discussion about different things, and we want to make it a little bit lighter right here on the TNT special. So ladies and gents, we got an email from one of our viewers, and I'm going to read it out and tell me what you think. All right. Right. Okay. So, dear Ladies Lounge, I have a serious issue. My boyfriend of 3 years asked me to move into my home. Now, he rents a house while I own a home. Should I let him move in? Discuss.
If he buys her out of a home.
Right. There is.
Did she love him?
I don't know.
Yes,
If she loves him, then what's the problem?
If he loves her, he will pay for her.
But but he didn't say don't pay. Yeah, but that wasn't mentioned. She didn't mention who's paying what. She said, should he let him move in?
Exactly.
And so I am saying,
yes, if he pays him,
if he asked her to move in and he knows he's renting, and he obviously knows that she has her own place.
Clearly.
He's thinking it's like this macho kind of manly thing. Man must provide, but it's not necessarily. If a woman, not say she's better or anything, but she has found more of a foundation, then she has her own right to that.
But they're just dating. Swallowed his pride.
No, but they're just dating. They're not married.
But
they're just dating.
That's serious. That's serious.
Yeah,
but he swallowed his pride to ask her that. You have no idea.
I have an idea. Don't get me wrong.
That's where my problem drops in. Okay, they're not married. They're not married.
Marissa, touch me. Because
if he moves in, look, if we're going to live together and we do break up, I'm taking half.
There you go.
You can't move into my house. We are not married.
Okay.
We are not married.
You can't be king of my castle.
Right.
You understand?
We are not legally bound.
I am queen of my castle.
Token guy here.
Yes, okay.
I recommend.
Okay, let's hear.
Maybe a proposal should have come rather than actually asking him to try and move in. And I take that completely. Yeah. 3 years is a long time. That's marriage time now. You can have 3 children if you really want to.
Yeah, that's true.
So I agree. He should have. If he was really serious, he should have been asking for marriage rather than actually.
Exactly. Yeah.
I happily agree with that.
Yeah, because she didn't provide any other details, but that's what she asked. Yeah. So that's why we're asking it.
Do not financially tie yourself to anybody you're not married to.
Exactly. Okay, so now that actually kind of moves us into: would you then get a prenup? Because if you're saying about financial ties, as a added security, should we encourage viewers to get prenups or not? I'm all for a prenup.
I agree with prenuptial agreements.
I agree with it to an extent, as in I feel like it's more for, big celebrities or huge business owners, right? If you have
protect yourself.
Exactly.
Because we live in a world today where we have no idea what's going to happen or what's going to snowball into our lives. Mm-hmm. So if you have them to protect and you actually earned that before, by all means protect yourself.
Absolutely, because I believe what I have before I met you.
Yeah.
It's mine. And
Absolutely.
it'll always be mine.
Yeah, of course.
And then when we get together, we can split if we divorce. But like, for example, there are things that belong to my family.
I was gonna say that.
And when people get angry, they get
exactly, because when you're in love, as they say, love is blind. You can be blinded by love, but then once things start to go sour, then that mask of love, disappears.
I have to bring it back to Trinidad now. Sorry, listen to this. Trinidad in courts right now. There is an older woman died.
Oh Lord!
I won't mention her race.
Okay.
The family jewelry is now they are in court.
I know her race. You said family jewelry.
gold.
I know gold. Gold.
And it's breaking up the families. So then that's a whole other day, a whole other story, a whole other
My
issue.
family had so much of that. Someone died, and then the cousin sneaked into the house and stole the jewelry box.
And the land.
Land is a big one.
Land is a huge one.
And then we always had like the night before the funeral, bottle breaking in a room.
I know.
Yeah, fight for.
That's the next episode.
That is another episode. That's another episode. You know what? We're gonna keep talking about this. But for now, viewers, thank you so much for joining us on this special, very, very special, dear to my heart, and I'm sure dear to all our hearts, edition of Trinidad and Tobago Ladies Edition. What am I even saying? Ladies Lounge special. I'm so excited. I can't even talk. So of course, from me, Kalisha Johnson.
Goodbye, everyone. See you at Lyman.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And of course, follow Ladies Lounge on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and be sure to follow us on all social media handles to keep up with what we get up to right here on the show. Until next time, bye.
Bye.